What's up, New York?
What's up, New York? You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach. We are here in gorgeous sunny Queensland.
Mine is Kylie Pax, and Kylie.
I am so excited to be here in Dallas. You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating
It's
coach.
Kylie Pax, Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach. Australia's emotional eating coach. Kylie Pax, Kylie Pax, Kylie Pax.
This week's episode of Ditch the Diet podcast is proudly brought to you by Ditch the Diet Online Bootcamp, my 6-week course that I am so proud to share with you. Registration is now open. This course has changed the lives of thousands of women around the globe. It is my 5 foundational steps for breaking free from emotional eating, taking control of your relationship with your body and food for life. Head to my website, kyliepax.com/bootcamp to find out more.
So this was how it all unfolded, and we really, had this discussion and kind of completely changed the direction of the way we wanted our online presence to be. And then I really got to thinking about the importance of timing with everything, because what we often do, and this is so apparent in our relationship with food and the way we eat, when we push forward because we want it our way and we want it now, and I want it like this, and I don't want to wait, and I don't want to be patient for my body to do its thing, and I'm just going to force weight off it with a diet, and I'm going to deprive and punish myself and hold myself back from different foods and things that I really enjoy because I want results and I want them now. And we all have a tendency to be this way, unless you are like in some super chilled zone and you just be sitting back there going like, I'm cool, like, with whatever happens and whenever it happens, then, I don't know who you are, because the rest of us on the planet are usually to some degree, because of the, because of the way society is structured, we're completely impatient these days. And listen, if you have to wait in the shopping lot, like at the shops, you have to wait for the cashier because she's got to change the little, what do you call it? Like the roll, her receipt roll, she's got to change it. Are you like totally patient? Like, oh, it's fine. Or are you like this? OMG, I cannot even believe. Can they not have something better organized here? Like, I've got places to go. I'm very important. Do you people not know that? Like, please, as if you're not doing that. Everybody's got the silent eye roll like that. The eye roll of dissatisfaction. That's what we give. We give the eye roll of dissatisfaction. And it happens so often because we want things our way. We want them how we want it, and we want it like yesterday. Now, but when it comes to timing, this is what I really want you to get. Now, as I said to you, this particular instance relates to a website. Now, here's what could have happened. We could have pushed this website out because we both are very eager for this website, me especially, because I've been nagging him, poor guy. I will happily and readily admit I'm a nagger. I nag because I want something and I want it now and I want it my way. And what do you mean it's not ready? And what do you mean you can't give it to me yet? And just give it to me now. And I emailed on a particular day. I sent him messages and I said, I want this information. I want it right now. And he's like, well, I don't have it ready for you yet. I said, well, I'm going to message you on the hour, every hour until you give it to me. And I said, trust me, this is only going to get more annoying as the day goes on. This is the type of person. Aren't you glad you're not married to me, everybody? She's like, is it any wonder she's single? No, it's no mystery. It's no mystery. So this is how I roll. But in this website instance, what we really both, and what was very obvious to me over the last sort of 48 hours was that, what seemed like a huge sort of monumental pain, like a Peter, right? I'm not gonna say because it's it's like Peter. It's P-I-T-A. You can Google that. You know what it means. What seemed like a huge Peter initially turned out to be the biggest blessing, because as I said, in the last 48 hours, our complete focus and direction has changed, and it is now crystal clear. It is brilliant. It is going to blow your little cotton socks off, right? It is going to blow your mind. It's going to knock your little cotton socks off when you see the clarity and the direction and everything that is going on here with our organization and what Dale has arranged. It will blow your mind. But what the underlying message is had we pushed forward, had we forced it out there at the rate we wanted it to happen, had we pushed and made it and manipulated it so that it could have been when I want it, now I want it, and I want it right now, and just get it out there, it would, listen, the website would have been there, and that's perfectly fine. It doesn't mean that any other events would have unfolded differently. I still would have had the same ideas and things that I had just recently. He still would have had the same ideas and changes that he had recently, would have come together, and the same revelations would have formed, only this time instead of a fantastic, it would have been a, oh no, we've just done all this and had all this done, and how are we going to undo that, right? This is what I want you to get. You can't always see the finish line, but you can know that it's there and that it's waiting for you, and it's going to be amazing. The only thing that's going to sort of hold you back from making a phenomenal finish is you trying to sort of circumvent the process and push things at a rate that they were never supposed to go at. I'm not saying we all need to sit back on our lounge chairs and just watch Netflix and go, something good will happen eventually. No. I mean, you can do that if you want, but something good won't happen when you do that. What will happen is, your life will not change in any dramatic fashion. I don't know. You may wear out your remote and have to buy a new one quickly. You just keep going with your Netflix subscription, but this is what we're saying. Trust the process. Trust the process. And this has been a really huge learning curve for me over the coming, probably over the coming months, but definitely over the previous months that have just been. For those of you, please have to excuse me. I keep drinking my tea because my voice went a few months ago. I'm sure some of you were thrilled. I was most displeased. I was not happy about the situation at all. But it is a matter of trusting in the process and knowing that if things are taking a little longer and you feel that you are in alignment and acting congruent with who you want to be and how you want to be, you're not forcing or manipulating things, and knowing that something completely out of your control has happened and it's just going to take a little longer, but you know that you're in alignment and on track, then you just have to trust in the process and know that something so great, trust that something so great is clearly on the other side, because this is taking a little longer than I would like it to, which means what is coming my way now must be so good that the universe just has to build up some speed and momentum to get it to me. That's the way I like to think about it. So is timing important when it comes to succeeding in any area of your life? Most of all, getting your body to reach its having your body reach its natural body weight. Yeah, as I said in the title box upstairs, it's earthing. It's earthing. You cannot circumvent the process. If it is meant to unfold a certain way, it's going to. So yes, it's frustrating to wait for good things when you know good things are coming, but to have it unfold at the rate and the pace it's supposed to unfold at means you're going to get every juicy nugget out of it that you were supposed to get. You're not going to bypass anything because you just zoom past it because you couldn't be bothered waiting or looking or observing. You just want what you want and you want it now. That is when we really miss things. And when it comes to our body and reaching our natural body weight, that's generally where we really mess up. We do, because that's where we go to, I want to lose weight because I've got a wedding. I want to lose weight because I've got to go on a holiday in 10 weeks. And now suddenly you realize it's too late to go on any kind of diet for that holiday that you're supposed to go on in 10 weeks. But now it's tomorrow, right? Now it's tomorrow. And you thought you had all this time. If we had just trusted in the process, instead of turning to the crazy diets, instead of trying to force things to happen and manipulate things to happen in a way that they were never supposed to, which is what a diet is all about. Please. Nobody on this planet was born supposed to be on a diet. Diets are not fun. They're just not. They're not fun because nobody wants to live in that constant state of restriction and deprivation, right? So eventually, and I talked about this on one of my live streams earlier today, for those of you who are in, for those of you who are in Sexy Motivation Tribe, there is the best pop-up masterclass of my career, I want to say, was done today in the Sexy Motivation Tribe, right, Facebook group, and it is going to be up on the membership site for you tomorrow. For those of you who are not yet in Sexy Motivation Tribe, first of all, where the heck have you been all this time? It is the most phenomenal program. As you know, I only run 3 different programs. One of them is running right now live, which is Ditch the Diet Bootcamp. We're only in week 2. So I don't want to confuse you with things and throw things out there, but I will certainly put the invitation out there. Ditch the Diet Bootcamp. We are only in our 2nd week. It's a 6-week program, and it is giving you your foundational, it's your complete and total foundation for overcoming emotional eating and regaining control of yourself, your body, and your life. That's essentially what it is. I give you the 5 specific eating codes that I use to break down my emotional eating, which lasted for 30 years, and get myself to a point where I was able to stabilize and no longer be afraid of food, no longer be frightened of food, no longer be scared to bring food in the house, no longer be afraid I was going to binge every time I turned around. You can take control of that using these 5 codes. One of the other courses that I run, which is like a membership site, which is like insanely well priced, like the value that is in there, you will get your first month's, like you will get your investment's worth of value within the first 10 minutes of listening to anything on that course. Like it is so life changing. And that Sexy Motivation Tribe, that is the course that helps you. And that's a membership site. As I said, that one helps you overcome the resistance, the procrastination, and the self-sabotage. That is when you know what to do, but you just can't seem to bring yourself to do it. Or you do it, and then you sabotage it every time. You make it partway there, and then you sabotage your way back to not only where you were, but further back than you even started. That is what Sexy Motivation Tribe is about. Definitely check these 2 out. That's all I'm going to say to you. I'm putting the invitation out there for you to check them out, right? Obviously, there's no obligation. With Ditch the Diet Bootcamp, I give you a free full 2-week money back guarantee. So even if we are now in week 2, that doesn't mean you have less time to receive your money back guarantee. It's from the time you start, right? So you can start now. There's still a celebration price. It's still running because I just didn't change it. I didn't change it on the page because I don't know. I guess I forgot, but I just sort of, I don't know, because I was so excited to be doing it with there's an amazing bunch of girls, and it's a really supportive environment. So you can check that out. Just go to my website, kyliepax.com/bootcamp. And also the other invitation that I would offer you is just to check out Sexy Motivation Tribe, because once again, it's half price for your first month, and it's only $19 a month after that. Like again, anybody in their sane mind, it's worth quadruple that price per month, but I'm not going to charge that because that's not my goal. My goal is to reach as many people as possible and help you change your life. So again, other people don't like to put pricing out there and just like, ooh, no, make them go to the sales page and then suck them in with your sales tactics. I'm like, well, I'm not sucking anybody in with anything. I am like brutally upfront and honest as to what it takes and what will be required of you to really get yourself, your body, and your life in a place where you feel you have that stability around food and control around food that you're seeking. So once again, I'm in Sexy Motivation Tribe. One of the girls in there, and I say this story frequently, and I've had an overwhelming amount of testimonials come through recently of girls just saying, you have completely changed my life, Kylie Pax. You have completely changed my life. I cannot thank you enough for what you are doing. My life will never be the same. But one of the girls in Sexy Motivation, in the very first 2 weeks of the first module, so the first module is 1 month, in the first 2 weeks, she completely transformed and overhauled her relationship with food that she had been battling with for years and years and years in 2 weeks. That's all I'm saying to you. That's all I'm saying. So I wasn't really intending on putting those particular invitations out there, but they came up. So please do. Once again, you can go to my website and you will see them there. If you go to kyliepax.com, you can either go directly to /bootcamp or kyliepax.com/sexy motivation, and you'll see all the information there, or just go to my website and again, you'll see it there. But you can certainly make an intelligent choice for yourself. I don't feel like, people say, oh, don't bamboozle people with too many different options and you'll confuse everybody and maybe you should just not say. And I'm like, well, I think we're all pretty intelligent here. I think it's quite clear. There's a couple of options. They're both going to help you in different ways. If you're confused or, please, if somebody's confused, by all means. Kim says it was worth the wait. Yes, thank you so much. Trust in the process. If you're confused or you have any questions or inquiries about, would this really work for me? Because these are my circumstances, just send me a private message. More than happy to have a chat. Mr. Walsh is in the house as well. So wonderful to see you. We haven't caught up for a while. So this is where we're sitting. And, I will wrap it up because I did promise that I would. But it is about trusting in the process. It is about really knowing. And I speak about this frequently because it's become more and more. This is something that is clearly obvious to any of us alive here on planet Earth. But it's not something we give any consideration to. We do not live in a world that is out to do you harm. Okay, I want you to sort of get this. We don't live in an environment, in a universe, in a world that is geared towards hurting you. Now, I don't mean that emotional hurts don't come because your lover breaks up with you. I don't mean that disasters don't happen because a storm hits. I just mean in your general everyday life, you look outside at nature. This is not a destructive planet. It is a supporting planet. It's supportive of everybody and everything that lives in it. Oxygen shows up every day. Sun keeps shining, keeps raining when it needs to. You've got the water, we've got the heat when we need the heat, and the plants grow so you have food. This is a supportive environment. The reason I say this is because we feel if I don't take control of my body and I don't force and manipulate it to be the way I want it to be, it just won't happen. Well, that's just not true. And I know Kim and I have had many conversations around this, that she is following the codes in the boot camp. As I've spoken to you about Ditch the Diet boot camp, she is following that and she's losing weight. And what she said to me in a message, Kim, I'm sure you won't mind, was that the weight is just simply releasing itself now, and that she's not doing anything particularly special or amazing. She's just no longer stressing and, trying to connive her way around the process. She's just letting it happen. And it is now just releasing itself, I believe were her words, just releasing itself. That is not stressful. What is stressful is weighing yourself every day and stressing about calories and counting your macros and checking your food diary. That is not fun. That's stressful. Living a life where you know how to, you've got complete mastership over your control and your relationship with food, because you know exactly the keys now. You know what works for you and you know how to make it work for you. Oh, that is a feeling of freedom. And that's such a feeling of expansiveness, whereas being on a diet makes you feel contracted and restricted. Being in control of yourself, your body, and your relationship with food in the most relaxed way possible, that's a feeling of expansion and openness. That's what I really want you to get. When you trust in the process, you will know that you're trusting in the process, because you will feel chilled and relaxed and open and expansive. When you're not trusting in the process, you will feel restricted and contracted, right? So it's not hard to tell which path you're on. It's not hard, people. It's not that hard. We'll call in again next week. Stop by for a chat. But please do, in the meantime, if you have found value in this live stream today, go ahead, like, love, and share. Put it out there, because as you empower yourself to step up and take ownership of your relationship with food, your body, your life, you give somebody else permission to do the same thing. Once again, what do I want to tell you? Okay, once again, if you have any questions about what we've discussed tonight, if you want to talk to me about getting any further support, private one-on-one coaching, if you want to know more about the bootcamp or Sexy Motivation Tribe, please just go to my website. All the information is there, or you can send me a private message. More than happy to have a chat. Until next week, my gorgeous, fabulous family, please do remember, only person who has the power to change your life is you. When you step up and recognize that forcing and trying to manipulate things is never going to result in a circumstance or an outcome that you're going to be long-term happy with, truly happy with for the long term, when you know that, and you trust in the process, that is when you have got what it takes. Sending you big, big amounts of chocolate-coated love. I will catch you next week. Until then, my gorgeous people, bye for now.
Thank you so much for spending time with me this week. I have loved being with you all. Remember, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. And as always, the only person who has the power to change your life is you. And the very best part, you've got what it takes. Sending you so much love. I will see you next week. Until then, bye for now.